Priyanka Kakkar, because the AAP has to explain. Mr. Kejriwal is served a summons, says I can't attend your, I reject your summons, it's spurious, it's unacceptable, and goes off to campaign. If he has nothing to hide, why not appear before the ED?
Good evening, Rajdeep ji. Good evening to all your viewers. Rajdeep ji, this reminds me of an incident in 2002. There was an SIT established in around 2012. Supreme Court monitored to investigate the 2002 riots, and a summon was issued to PM Modi, and he skipped those summons, but that does not mean he was guilty. This summons that was received by us suffered from several legal infirmities, was illegal therefore. Let the ED correct, or rather the BJP office correct the summons, and our schedule was already, this was lined up. The campaign was lined up. We are contesting in 4 states.
So you're saying if the ED summons Arvind Kejriwal next week, he will appear before it? No, 1 minute. What is the specific legal infirmity, firstly? What is that legal infirmity?
There are several. One is that it is not clear in which capacity the Chief Minister of Delhi has been summoned, whether it is the capacity as the CM or as in the capacity of the national convener of a national party. It is not, the date, time was not clear. There was another infirmity about, it skips my mind, it will come to me. There was a third one. Be that as it may, since you asked me if we are scared, there is nothing to fear. We are a party who's constantly been struggling and embroiled in several false cases and have come out clean in all of them. Unfortunately, this time, the BJP has used a provision under the PMLA, which was struck down in 2017 by the Supreme Court as unconstitutional. Under this provision, a person is required to satisfy the judge, which means that the entire witnesses, all the documents must be examined at the stage of the bail itself. The second infirmity in this provision was that the person who's accused of a crime must prove himself to be innocent. So the onus is shifted on the accused and not the prosecution. Like in a country, the law is.
Ma'am, these infirmities are already. No, 1 minute. Ma'am, these infirmities are being debated in a review of the PMLA Act. Let's be very clear whether the Act has put the onus on the accused to prove his innocence. This is being a subject of a review, but I am coming into specifics. Sanju Verma, the specifics. No, 1 minute. Can I please? No, 1 minute, ma'am. 1 minute. Let's be very clear, Sanju Verma.
Sure.
The Aam Aadmi Party says they have nothing to fear. Presumably, therefore, Mr. Kejriwal will appear, according to Priyanka Kakkar. She can correct me if I'm wrong. If these so-called infirmities are corrected, he will appear next week. How do you respond to this? There is a sense that Arvind Kejriwal has decided attack is the best form of defense. He's daring the Prime Minister to arrest him.
That is.
May I please now, Rajdeep? I did not heckle this woman.
No. Let's not use word like this woman. She has a name. Her name is Priyanka. Your name is Sanju. Let's be respectful of people, but go ahead, Sanju Verma.
You know, Rajdeep, first and foremost, let me be very clear with you. Stop being patronizing.
I'm not being patronizing. I am being polite, and I expect my guests to be polite. Please go ahead.
Please don't give me a bhashan on politeness, because when Mahua Maitra called Nishikant Dubey a Jharkhandi pitbull, आपके मुंह में फेविकॉल लग गया था राजदीप जी, इसलिए यहाँ बैठकर नैतिकता पर भाषण मत दो मुझे, राजदीप सरदेसाई.
Please go ahead.
Now let me come to the topic. Yes. You know, stop giving a lecture to the BJP, and I don't need your certificate that, you know, there are some people who are ill-mannered, who do tu maine.
Can you come to my answer? I have limited time. Please come to the answer, please.
I'm coming to the specifics. Don't heckle me. Thank you. The specifics are these. And let nobody be under any illusion that Arvind Kejriwal has seen for himself that after giving a clean chit to Manish Sisodia, saying इनको भारत रत्न मिलना चाहिए, ये तो भगत सिंह का अवतार है. What happened? The Supreme Court, Rajdeep. I'm not talking about the Delhi Rouse Avenue Court. I'm not talking of the Delhi High Court. I'm not talking of the CBI Special Court. I'm sure you and me can agree on one thing, that the Supreme Court's bona fides cannot be questioned. And what did the Supreme Court say? It said 3 very important things before denying bail to Manish Sisodia for the 7th time. The Supreme Court said tentatively a money trail of 338 crores has been established. अब तक ये क्या बोलते थे? You know, the case will fall flat because money trail का तो पता ही नहीं है, malified intent का तो पता ही नहीं है, proceeds of crime कहाँ गए ये तो पता ही नहीं है. Then the Supreme Court made the second most important observation. It said that for the 10 months that the excise policy was in vogue, wholesale distributors from the liquor cartel made 581 crores, whereas the Delhi government made only 7070 crores. So clearly, the fact that the Delhi government made far more than what it was supposed to make by virtue of its own excise policy means that there was a quid pro quo and money was recycled from wholesale distributors. I'm coming to the point. Why are you so rattled? I'm coming to my third point. So the Supreme Court clearly said that money was recycled from wholesale distributors to the likes of, be it a Manish Sisodia, a Sanjay Singh, maybe Kejriwal, a lot of other people in Aam Aadmi Party like Vijay Nair, what have you. And the third most important point which the Supreme Court said, the third most important point which the Supreme Court said was that prima facie, there is not just evidence, but substantial evidence. The word used was substantial evidence to ensure that the custodial interrogation of Manish Sisodia should continue for a longer and extended period of time because the fact remains that Dinesh Arora, accused number 9, who subsequently turned approver, has clearly showcased how there was an exchange of large sums of money between Dinesh Arora and Manish Sisodia via three people, Sarvesh Mishra, Ajit Tyagi and Vivek Tyagi.
Ma'am, you know, you made your point based on what the Supreme Court has said, which is why the...
Are you questioning the Supreme Court?
I am not at all. Who am I? I am a minion to question the Supreme Court, but I will continue to raise questions.
You always seem to be on the wrong side of the
my
fence.
job is to raise questions.